Trapped inside glacier ice are tiny bubbles of air over 1,000 years old. When that ice melts, it releases the exact atmosphere ancient people once breathed. Scientists drill these bubbles out like time capsules. They can measure the sky from before your ancestors were born, and you're looking at frozen breath from a forgotten world. Glaciers are basically the planet's oldest diary. Here is something you can almost feel. Glacier ice is often deep blue, not white. The reason is simple and beautiful. Dense ice absorbs every color except blue. So the light that escapes back to your eyes is pure sapphire. The older and more compressed the ice, the bluer it glows. That glow is thousands of years of pressure squeezing out the air. Fresh snow looks white because it is full of gaps. Ancient glacier ice looks blue because it has none. Now think about how slow a glacier moves. Most creep along at inches per day, but some surge suddenly, racing over 100 feet daily. From far away, they look frozen and still. Up close, they are rivers flowing in slow motion. If you stood on one, you would drift with it. The whole landscape is quietly on the move. Here is a weight your body could never imagine. Glacier ice is so heavy it bends the ground beneath it. It pushes the land down like a giant thumb pressing clay. When glaciers melt, the land slowly rises back up. Parts of Scandinavia are still rising today. They are recovering from ice that vanished 10,000 years ago. The Earth remembers pressure long after it is gone. Listen closely and glaciers actually talk. They creak, crack, and boom as they shift. That sound is ice tearing under enormous stress. Deep inside, meltwater rushes through hidden tunnels. So make a low groan you can feel in your chest. Others snap like distant gunfire echoing across the valley. A quiet glacier is never truly silent. Now for the color that should not exist. In Antarctica, water flows from a glacier stained blood red. It is called blood falls, and it is real. The color comes from iron-rich water trapped for millions of years. When it hits the air, the iron rusts instantly. So the glacier appears to bleed onto the white ice. Beneath it lives ancient microbes with no sunlight at all. They survive on iron and sulfur in total darkness. Here is why you should respect an iceberg. Only about 10% of it floats above water. The other 90% hides beneath the surface. What you see is the tip of something enormous. That hidden mass can stretch wider than a city block. It is the reason icebergs are so dangerous to ships. Your eyes only ever catch a small fraction. Think about that next time you drop ice in a glass. Now feel this in your own body. Nearly 70% of all fresh water on Earth is frozen. Most of it sits locked inside glaciers and ice sheets. The water you drink, the rivers you swim, the rain you feel. So much of it began as ancient ice. If every glacier melted, sea levels would rise dramatically. Coastlines you know today would simply disappear. That frozen water shapes the world you live in. Here is a shape hiding in plain sight. Glaciers carve valleys with a distinct U shape. Rivers carve narrow V shapes instead. So when you see a wide, curved valley, a glacier made it. It bulldozed everything with unimaginable slow force. Many famous lakes fill the scoops glaciers left behind. The land beneath your feet may have been shaped by ice. You are walking on the footprints of a vanished glacier. Now imagine the pressure inside deep ice. It gets so intense that ice starts to flow like plastic, solid on the surface, but bending far below. This is how glaciers move without shattering completely. The bottom slides while the top cracks. It is both rock hard and slowly liquid at once. Nature blurs the line between solid and stream. Here is a story frozen in the layers. Cut into an ice core and you see stripes. Each layer marks a single year of snowfall. Dark bands can even record ancient volcanic eruptions. Scientists read them like tree rings stretching back millennia. Dust, ash, and pollen all leave their mark. That ice holds a written history of the whole planet. You can literally see the climate of the past. Now think about how far glaciers have traveled. They carry giant boulders for hundreds of miles. When the ice melts, those rocks are left stranded. They sit in fields where they clearly do not belong. Geologists call them erratics, misplaced by ancient ice. Some are as big as houses. A glacier moved that stone and set it down gently. Here is a final one to sit with tonight. Some glacier ice you could touch today is older than pyramids, older than writing, older than farming, older than cities. It fell as snow when mammoths still roamed the earth. Every step you take on it crosses centuries. That ice waited patiently through all of human history. And now, in a warming world, much of it is melting fast. So the next time you hold a piece of ice, pause for a second. It might just be a frozen moment from another age. If these frozen secrets calmed your mind tonight, subscribe to BetterNight and drift off with us again soon.